Welcome to my How to Astra series. Today we will be talking about Astra's astral form. Disclaimer, I am a Gold 3 Astra main. By no means am I claiming immortal strategies, this is just what I do. You can enter her astral form by pressing your ultimate key, and exit your astral form by pressing your ultimate key again, or by using the same mechanic you use to scroll to your knife. As you can see, I have my gun selected. I can go into my ultimate form, and if I try to scroll to my knife, it'll take my gun back out again, but boot me out of astral form. I find this very helpful because I have mine bound to my scroll wheel, which makes it really easy to get in and out of my ults. Navigating her astral form can be a bit tricky. It uses WASD, your mouse, and whatever you have bound for crouch and jump, which is something you'll just have to get used to. To place a star, you're just going to left click or whatever button you use to shoot. And to recall a star, you're going to press F or whatever button you use to pick up a gun that you found on the floor. Something important to note is that you can activate Astra's stars within her astral form, as well as activating them outside of her astral form. Today, we are talking about smokes. We already know that smoking like this is bad, and that our smoke should look like this. Something important to note is that there are 3 different kinds of smokes. Smokes that help you get on site that split site in half, smokes that help you defend a site after you've planted, and smokes that help you defend from the other team pushing. Astra gets 2 smokes at a time. After she's placed her smokes, she gets a 15-second timer before the first smoke she placed has dissipated. This will allow you to determine when your smoke is dropping so you can let your team know or you can play around it. Astra also has this thing called a 1-second smoke, that when she recalls her star, a smoke shows up for 1 second, then dissipates. This can also be very useful to help clear angles one at a time. Today we are talking about defensive utility. We all know our defensive smokes,
obscuring vision.
But when the enemy tries to push out of the smoke, often their duelist will flash. When you see or hear the flash, that is when you pop your gravity well and concuss right outside of the smoke to catch them. Something else I like to do is have stars by default plant to prevent plant or just make it overall harder. So when you hear default plant sound, you can go ahead and activate your utility. Today, we are talking about attacking with Astra utility. We already talked about using smokes to split sight to help your team get on site. Something I like to do is using my stars to help afflict angles that you would have to peek. So running into hookah, I will gravity well and concuss common camping spots, making it easier to peek.
Pulling them in.
Something else I'm sure you've already seen with Astra is placing stars next to Spike to prevent the defuse.
Pulling the blasting up.
Today we are talking about Astra's ultimate. To use Astra's ultimate, you're going to right-click with your mouse, left-click to where you want the first point of contact of your wall to be, drag, and left-click again when you want to place your wall. Astra's wall cannot be shot through, but you can throw abilities through like flashes or grenades. Defensively, I like to use my wall to cover angles that I would normally smoke. In this case, it covers B long, most of hookah, A short, and I'll have to smoke off showers on my own. If I were attacking, I like to use my wall to split sight in half and use my smokes to cover other angles that I might need to clear. It is important to note that if you are playing with Astra's wall or smokes, it is good to cross the wall to help clear the entire site. If you only play on one side of the wall, it gives the enemy the entire other side to strategize and push you. Astra's wall is very hard to hear through and impossible to shoot through, making it the perfect barrier when defusing spikes.